Good morning. So welcome to the Thomas K. McKeon Center for Creativity at Tulsa Community College. We are so honored and proud that you guys have come to enjoy this morning activity with us. My name is Ethan Rowland. I am the Video Services Supervisor here at the TCC. These have been really cool events that we've been doing, these I Can't workshops, and this one I've been more excited because I'm going to get a harmonica and figure out how to do it here in a little bit. And maybe I can play a song on the harmonica that I write here first. I don't know, but we'll find out. I'm going to have a fun learning. So I want to introduce to you guys Rebecca Roseberry. She is the Education and Outreach Manager for the Woody Guthrie Center and the Bob Dylan Center. Rebecca?
Thank you very much. Thank you all so much for being here. We are so happy to partner with TCC on these workshops. I think they're fantastic ideas. I'm not going to talk too much because I want you all to be experiencing songwriting, but I do want to share just a couple of our upcoming events at the Woody Guthrie Center. We have a new exhibit opening this week, a David Garr photography exhibit. You may not know the name David Garr, but he has photographed John Lennon, Woody Guthrie, Bob Dylan, Janis Joplin, Dolly Parton. The photographs are just phenomenal. So that opens this week. Saturday, we have an exciting event, our very first Family Folk Fest from 10 a.m. to noon. It's indoors, so it's not outside. And there's great music from Hot Toast Music Company and Cassie Latshaw. It's taking place both at Bob Dylan and Woody Guthrie Center. You can make your own harmonica. You can make your own guitar. There's a Dress Like a Rock Star station, so it's going to be really cool. July, we have Woody Fest in Okemah that we're partnering with Woody Fest, and we actually have an exciting opportunity for extending your creative writing there, a creative writing workshop where Anna Cannoni, the granddaughter of Woody Guthrie, will be presenting, and we'll have a special performance by Jesse Aycock and John Fulbright there on Friday. There's also an opportunity to get free transportation credit for attending since it's in Okemah, so you can check that out on our Woody Guthrie website and register for that. And then another exciting announcement, in September, we are awarding the Woody Guthrie Prize to Tom Morello at Kane's Ballroom, so that's very exciting as well. I'm going to turn this over to Jesse, but you should have a notebook that has a very famous Woody quote on it, and I think that goes right in with our workshop today. All you can write is what you see. Woody wasn't just a songwriter, but he wrote a lot about the things that he saw, from the Dust Bowl to injustices he faced to kids' songs. So he was very, very universal in what he was writing about. But now it is my honor to hand it over to our artist, Jesse Aycock. I can't say enough wonderful things about him. He's partnered with us on a lot of things. We're so fortunate and lucky to have that talent here today. You can find him almost every night. He's the hardest working Tulsa artist, I think, here, and we're so lucky to have him. So I'm going to hand it over to him, and you guys are going to write a song.
Thanks, Rebecca. Well, thank you guys for showing up this morning. It's early for me because I was working till 2 a.m. playing music last night. But so I guess with writing songs, I printed out like a little cheat sheet kind of thing here that just kind of gives like a basic rundown of a typical song structure. But how many of you guys have written a song before? Has anyone? You have somewhat? So everyone's pretty new to it for the most part. This says it has an intro, which usually is just a musical intro, and it's just setting the mood for the song. And then the verse and chorus is kind of the main part of a song. Typically, some songs don't have a pre-chorus or a bridge, and so in today's class I was thinking it's a good starting point to just work on writing a verse and a chorus, and then if anyone's feeling very adventurous, you could try putting a pre-chorus or bridge in there, or just adding another verse. And I put an example of a song I wrote on the other side of the page that has it's just verses and choruses. And the chorus is usually repeated, so it's the same reoccurring theme. It kind of ties everything together. I have to think about This Land Is Your Land. Yeah, so there are some songs that are just one carrying. It just keeps flowing. A lot of Woody songs were that way, and some Townes Van Zandt songs. And almost, I mean, you could kind of just write a poem in that regard. You could, I mean, and that's the thing. I was hesitant printing this even because there's really no rules in songwriting. I mean, you can do whatever you want. You know, it's an art form, and you can use your creative mind to make up whatever you would want. But just for kind of an introduction, having somewhat of a form to go off of is nice, and a rhyme. You know, so it's like having a melody. So you could use This Land Is Your Land, or any other song that you like. Because I mean, if some of you play instruments at home, you can kind of always create a melody and a rhyme and a structure to base your lyrics off of. But if not, you could really you could hum a melody, or you could use a melody that already exists just to have a rhythm. Lyrics don't have to rhyme either, but they can, and that's just kind of up to you. So there's a lot of different. I should have printed up some examples of songs, different songs that have rhyming patterns and some that don't. But I know Townes Van Zandt, for instance, who you should check out if you haven't. He's an amazing songwriter, but he oftentimes would not rhyme lyrics too. So it's just a cool way. Or you can twist words that don't quite rhyme, but you can say them in a certain way. And so I've been writing songs for a long time now. Part of writing songs for me was because I'm introverted, and so I wrote songs so I wouldn't have to publicly speak like now. Just kidding. Because it was way scarier to do this than stand up with a guitar and sing weirdly. But I like songwriting because it gives you an outlet and to express your feelings, and then with the ability of putting music behind words, it even brings more out of it. So it's cool because there's a lot of songwriters that don't play at all, and so they just write songs for other artists, and then the artist ends up putting words or music to the words. But it's cool to see how that kind of brings a new light to it, and it's something too you start paying attention to, where sometimes there's songs that are upbeat, almost a pop kind of song that's upbeat and happy, but you listen to the words and they're sad. The actual content isn't so happy, but you don't even, if you're not really paying attention to the words, you're just singing along and it feels like a very happy song. But that's kind of the fun thing about songwriting, is you can write a sad song and it can end up being happy. I feel like I'm rambling here. So you guys are here to write a song. So does anyone have any questions as far as what a verse and chorus are, and how they would work, or if there's a song that you already know you could apply like that to, and you can pick out what is the verse or chorus, like maybe like Tom Petty's Free Fallin' or something, because So when he comes along to the free falling line, that's the chorus. So it's kind of what ties in the whole song. So yeah, would you guys want to try writing a verse in chorus? All right. Time starts now. Just kidding. This will be a time test, and yeah. Yeah. Yes. There's no rules with that either, and sometimes songs will even start with a chorus, but that's the other thing. A practice that I'll do, which I mean in here it'd be a little bit difficult, but sometimes if I have like a melody in my head, I'm driving along in my car, sometimes I'll just start like singing words out loud to a melody, and they'll just be random, whatever stream of consciousness, and I'll record it with like my voice memos or something, and then and I won't even know sometimes what I'm saying, and then I'll listen back, and one phrase or line will jump out, and then I'll work from that one line to start a song, and a lot of times that phrase will be like a hook, and it'll be the chorus, and so the main gist of what I'm gonna try to say through the song. So it's kind of, you could approach it like telling a story. It's just things you observe, kind of like what Rebecca was saying about Woody Guthrie, just the things that he sees in his day-to-day life. But you can take something simple and turn it into a poetic piece. So yeah, you can start with a chorus if that feels easier. So here's a song, or a part of a lyric that I wrote years ago, and it's sun-bleached dirt, stingrays from the sky that make you hurt, tumbleweeds dance around and flirt, wind so strong it'll rip up on your shirt. So just finding those closing lines, that's how you can kind of just rhyme some stuff. And then if you're not rhyming, it's like I'm thinking of Tom Petty, let's say, because I said free falling earlier, like she's a good girl, loves her mama, loves Jesus and America too. She's a good girl, crazy about Elvis, loves horses and her boyfriend too. So I mean, he used two at the end of each line, so it's kind of it's a whole nother way of approaching it, but it's not necessarily rhyming. So yeah, I mean that's kind of an example, if that helps at all. And saw another hand go up. Right. That's different for everyone too, and personally, I typically come up with the melody first because it just helps give me a sort of outline. But I have written a song before where it was just where the lyrics came first, and some people do that most of the time. I just find though sometimes it depends on how you're writing music, but you definitely can just write you can write a song without a melody in mind, and it's just each their own, Yeah. Sure. Yeah, yeah. That sounds like a good plan. Yeah, I can do that. That way, and I mean, let's see. Pull up a chair. All right, I'll just do something here. So for like a verse, maybe we could do this, something like this. So that would be a verse, and then chorus. So, does that work, or will that be helpful? And I can play that kind of as a theme, you know, or something. I could kind of repeat that, you know. Yeah. Yeah. And then back to verse. Yeah, okay. I was also going to say if anyone wants to record it on their phone too, so that way if you get to a point where you can't finish, you could finish it later. Course. Yeah, I picked a 3-chord song so it could go, just to simplify it. Uh, so the verse, let's see, they are similar. So the once again, the verse will be like this. And the chorus. I think it's 4 lines for the verse and the chorus too. So. Do you want? Mm-hmm.
The moon blocks the sun when the blood starts to run, we'll go searching for a brighter day. When the moon blocks the sun, come away with me to the shining sea, and the light will show we will long way together. Then maybe back to come away with me, hand in hand, and we'll journey to a bright new land.
That's great. And so that would be your chorus.
I think.
Yeah, to come back around to.
Yeah, he saw my eclipse shirt and said, "Oh, write about the eclipse." So that's where I got that first line, and then the rest just kind of.
That's really nice.
It turned a little dark, so I was trying to make it. When my second line was blood, I was like, "Okay."
Well, it's a cool metaphor because even having a dark and light and with the eclipse, you can tie that together. That's it.
Okay.
That's it. You got the right form.
What was it?
Yeah.
Now I'm sure there's some tweaking and figuring out.
Yeah.
rhythm and stuff.
Yeah, and I mean, if you want, you could try another verse, a second verse.
Okay. So chorus, verse, or chorus, verse.
And it can be either. Sometimes it's fun to start with a chorus.
Yes, I think this still needs to be my first line.
Okay.
So I can decide if this is what I want to repeat or this is what I want to repeat. Is that kind of the choice? What you want to repeat in between?
I do like this. I think this does. Let's see.
Mine might come away, then come away hand in hand.
Yeah, that feels like a chorus to
Okay,
me.
okay.
So I
So
would
I'll
use
work on
that.
that,
Yeah,
okay.
is that what? That's what I would come back to maybe. And then
Okay.
this is your first verse.
Yeah, because this would be something you'd want to remind them, we're going to get someplace good, even if there's something bad
Yes,
ahead.
exactly.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Really nice. Yeah. You guys have any questions or?
I feel like the longer I write, the messier it gets.
I just had a new grant
It's falling apart.
And
Did you
using
just-
your
Oh, cool.
rhythm, your
Yeah, yeah.
it's so there's the chorus and then the verse.
How cool.
I'm new. Addison
Yeah.
is my new granddaughter. Was born a week ago. a month ago.
How cool.
So Addie Babe is the name of the song.
That is sweet. And you've never written a song before? Nicely done.
Right. Themes.
Yeah. How cool. Yeah. I played at Thelma's Peach. It's a little club over on Admiral. Yeah. Yeah, so you know where Bill's Jumbo Burgers.
No, we like shared it off of Pine, so like we're pretty close. We're up by the airport.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, I'm not sure about that.
It's a little tiny little place club. It's really cool. Yeah.
Sure, do you play there frequently? I'm just saying.
I don't, but there's always there's always really good bands at that place. I usually play at Mercury Lounge.
Mercury Lounge. Okay.
I play every Wednesday and Thursdays right now. I play with the band Pilgrim on Wednesdays, and then I'm playing with my buddy John Fulbright on Thursdays. And the Thursday show is like an early show. Starts at 5.
Cool.
So that's cool.
Yeah, that's good for
Yeah.
work. So,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we're old, so you know
Hey, I feel
we want to
you.
be back early.
Yeah.
No, that's right. You said Mercury Lounge.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll have to go check
Yeah.
it out.
Come on.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Come out for sure.
And how are you connected with Woody Guthrie Center?
I work in a program called Tangled Up in Tunes in the public schools. Yeah, but it's through the center. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hi. How are you guys doing? Cool.
Very good.
All right.
I've got something.
Okay.
I have trouble turning my mind off and going to sleep, so I'm writing a song about going to bed.
Perfect.
Yeah. I'm just kind of stuck on one last phrase and looking at words that rhyme, kind of getting inspiration.
Cool. Yeah. Very cool. Maybe I'll play some more of that too in case. You know. Well, sometimes the outro is just like the intro and it's just musical. You know, it's not even lyrics, but to me, like, usually the chorus is kind of, not that it's a conclusion, but it kind of is. It's like it ties everything together typically, but you could have a lyrical outro that ties the song together.
Repeating the last line or last two lines.
That's another thing, is taking, it's called a tag, and it's not up there, but a tag would be usually ending the song in a chorus typically, and then taking like the last line or the main theme from the chorus and just repeating it a couple times. Yeah. And even, you know, like just the chords I played, it was like a simple 3-chord thing, but it gives you it gives you some rhythmic structure. But what's fun is you could take the lyrics that you wrote to that, and you could really put any music to it, because that form can shift. I mean, it could be an up-tempo number too, you know, but just having some kind of form to go off of is nice. And sometimes, I've done it a handful of times. I typically write by myself, but you can write with other people too, or one other person even, and I find that can open up a creative process, because you could just be messing around with words, and then they might hear something you say that you didn't really pick up on, and they're like, whatever you just said about the red barn, let's use that, and then you can kind of work off of each other, and that's it. I find that especially if you're stuck and you're kind of in a place where you're having trouble writing, writing with someone else can be helpful. Bounce ideas around. And there's spoken word guys like Gil Scott-Heron. You can just almost read poetry over music, and there's a lot of different ways of doing it, so. stuff. That's great. Nice imagery. And the chorus, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah, this is the
Yeah.
chorus.
I love that. That's beautiful. Dusty Roads of My Life. I love that. Well, nicely done.
Question.
Uh-huh.
For those of us who don't play an instrument, do you have any advice on software or websites or places to get melodies to?
I've never used any, but I'm sure they're out there.
Yeah.
And you could probably just use those. You could get AI generated.
I know AI can do some of
But
it.
you could take any. I mean, because like I said, you can like even the chords I'm playing, like you could apply different chords to the song, the words. So you could use a song that already exists, and as far as like the structure, but then you'd have to have somebody change the melody. But you could at least use that for a structure. Yeah. And you said you've written songs before. Cool. Right on. Sweet.
A band called Tim Whiskers. We also play drums pretty cool for a while.
Cool.
I went to your,
I was gonna say, I feel like I've met you.
I don't know if we've met, but I went to your, you guys did that one thing where you played really early songs. And you played
Oh
that
yeah.
From when you were like
The
12. It was
tape
awesome.
recording.
It was so great.
Yeah,
It was really great.
That was a cool thing that they
Yeah,
were
that was a
doing.
really cool thing.
Yeah. Cool. So, what do you play in your band?
I play drums,
Cool.
but I write songs also.
Very cool. Sweet. Yeah. Well, cool. Thanks for coming out to this. Yeah, I'm like, I know there's other tips. So I was just like, I felt like we should just try it. Like everybody, like spend more time trying to like write instead of talk about stuff. But, yeah. Yeah. Oh, good. Good. I mean, everybody's writing really good stuff that I've seen. It's cool. Thanks for coming. Oh, yeah. Yes. What are they? So this is an E chord. Yeah, if you want to learn it. And then, what's that? An E major. And then an A major. And then back to an E major. And then a B7. And then back to an E. That's the verse form. Yeah.
Well, it is that time to wrap everything up, but I just want to give Jesse a big thank you for his
Thank you.
playing and expertise. Thank you so much. I've seen Jesse write a song with 7th graders before, and it's magical. So hopefully you walk away with a song that you've written. There's a lot of great songs out there. So thank you again, and we
Yeah.
hope to see you at the Woody Guthrie Center.
And also keep it up. I mean, that was everything that I got to see was really beautiful. Thanks for sharing your talent.